Hey yo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plays the high.
Transact sound like Kevin. 765 4321. Mamone, man, cow, come and get some. Play on my position. High Nixon, this one. For all the sick ones, infliction. Poisonous, dark sickness. Best believe finger itching with 2 broke legs. Now I'm tripping on MC's cliche. Shot that ricochet, start trouble, bust bubble. Hip the wicked ways, gotta love me. G.O.D. no one above me. Look good but fuck ugly.
Yeah. I want to welcome everybody to another episode of the Hospitality Room. It is October the 19th, 2022. I'm here again with my co-host, Morgan.
What's up, everybody?
Happy to be here again, man. It's a wonderful Wednesday afternoon. Man, episode 106. And we're rolling. Do want to say as we come in, we don't own the rights to the song, as we always say, because we don't own the rights to the song. But just kicking it off, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing okay. How about yourself? Doing a lot better than I was the other day.
Good, man. Decided to start off the pod with a nice cigar. I was like, hey, man, I know you're not always smoking a cigar. I wanted to get you something like a beginner cigar, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure you've had one before, but
yeah, most definitely.
Decided to start you off the way I was started off with a nice blondie.
I appreciate it because I usually smoke cigars at least once a year, and it's usually the third Saturday in October. But this year I did not.
I usually smoke cigars whenever I have one.
I did not get to smoke. Hey man, but no, I did not get to smoke a Victory cigar this year. We'll get to that in a minute.
Are we starting off with that?
No. Well, we'll get to that in a minute.
So check it out, guys. I mean, first and foremost, we are. It probably sounds a little different tonight because we are. Normally, we're in the garage, but we have the garage closed because it is brisk outside. The hawk is out there, and we don't want to let her in. You know, it's this Kentucky weather is something serious, man.
It's cold.
It is something serious, man. So I know our acoustics might be may sound a little crisper tonight because
a little bit,
because we're closed in, but definitely want to start it off with a weekend recap, man.
I'll let you go first.
Weekend recap?
Yeah.
All right, man. I'll start off. This past weekend I went to the pumpkin patch, man.
Right? How was that?
It was great, man. I had a wonderful time with the family. Met up with another family.
Mm-hmm.
One of Sheena's friends. Shout out to Chanel and her brand new bundle of joy. Shout out to Osmond. Always a good time when we hang out with them. They have a new little baby girl.
Oh, congratulations.
So we went out there to the pumpkin patch, met up with them, and I took 2 munchkins. They were reared up and ready to go.
I guarantee it.
Ashton seen all of the tractors and pumpkins. He picked his own pumpkin. So which is crazy because he wasn't doing a good job of holding the pumpkin. I think he dropped it like 30 times and left the pumpkin patch.
Well, my question is, did he leave the pumpkin patch with the same one that he originally picked up?
Yeah. Oh no.
Once the decision was made, No.
That's his. It might be in the bed with him.
No, I'm just saying, did he drop a bust one? Is what I'm saying. Did he drop a pumpkin and bust it?
No.
Okay,
you know what the funny thing is he's seen a bunch of busted pumpkins. I kept telling him like, hey, but if you keep dropping your pumpkin, it's gonna be all over the place. So he took a really good care of his pumpkin. So he picked one, and then I think we were supposed to carve these things. I don't know when, but it was good. Had a chance to taste some of the country, their version of what was it? Concession stand, which was a pretty decent concession. They had grilled hot dogs, had some type of chowder. I didn't get a chance to try the sow chowder, the chowder they had.
Mm-hmm.
I wish the cha-cha. Have you ever tried that?
No.
Yeah, they had and then they had candy apples. They had pulled pork. They had pulled pork burgers, which was like a burger with cheese and pulled pork on top of it with like some caramelized onions. It was actually a pretty nice little snack before we got started.
That's good.
Um, and then both weird thing, man. Shout out to my parents. They both their birthday was October the 14th, right?
Happy birthday, Mr. and Mrs. Jackson.
They were both born on the same day, different years.
I can't get over that.
Yeah. So both born on October 14th, same day, different years. I think 30 miles apart, down the street from each other in Alabama. So two rival high schools. Man, the story of them meeting is crazy. But when we came back from the pumpkin patch, they have like they start doing these birthday parties.
Yeah.
And so they did a birthday party and dropped the Ashton off so you can go over there. Came back, actually grilled some food for our guests. They instead of going home, they decided to come over, which was actually pretty fun. Got a chance to hang out with them and kick it with them, man, for a little bit. Did some wings, some jerk wings.
From what you told me, they were the best ones you've made yet.
Man, you know what? I used a different type of rub.
Yeah.
I liked it. I think I've been kind of doing this curry, this Jamaican jerk curry type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did some steaks, you know, some squash, zucchini, medley with some mushrooms on the grill. You know, man, when I grill, I like to make it an event. So and that was pretty much it, man. I kicked it with them. Had a couple, you know, adult beverages.
Nothing wrong with that.
It was good, man. Had to watch some games. Shout out to my cats that actually did what they were supposed to do. Thank God. Everybody counted us out. This would have been a great game for me to throw some money on because we weren't supposed to win this one.
Yeah, you said that last week to me off air.
Yeah. Well, it should have last year should have been a game we won, man.
No, I'm talking about how you should have put money on it.
Oh yeah, man. There are games where I'm like, you know, another game that's I know you're probably not gonna agree, but with the lines being the way they are with this Tennessee game and nobody thinking that we have a chance, I think that'll.
I'm thinking about driving over to Indiana, put some money on Tennessee.
I think, well, you know, you can do that, man.
Yes, sir.
But I think that when you play these type of games, guys play up to their competition.
Yeah.
Sometimes with Kentucky, man, like they play down to their competition, and I think that's exactly what happened with in South Carolina, man. Like South Carolina is not a better team than Kentucky. Just
no way.
Is you have this? It was just one of those games, man. I believe they know they messed up. Also, you know, the quarterback situation. That's we talked about a little bit.
Yep.
So I don't want to dig too much deep into it, but yeah, watching my cats. That was pretty much it, man. Getting ready for this weekend coming up. But what's up with you, man? How'd your weekend go?
Man, look, first thing I see when I open this thing, feel like it's 98. Well, I'll tell you what.
Still healing? Are you still healing?
Yeah. Healing.
Did you see it coming, man? That's my question, man.
Honestly, I thought it was going to be a barn burner, but I thought the Bama would win.
We talked about this, man.
And I even texted you and said, look, Reichert's going to come here and win it with his foot. And he was wide right by a damn yard.
We had a whole discussion about this. I'm like, yo, man, this might be the game, man.
Yep. I got some. So, all right, Saturday.
But it's the same thing, though. Like when you play in Alabama, everybody wants to knock you off, man.
Yeah,
so,
you play your best game.
Yeah.
So we started off by, got some wings. Went and bought some wings this Saturday and ate some wings. They're good. I always like eating some nice hot wings. See what else. Sat down and watched the game. I knew it was going to be, down to the wire. I didn't expect Alabama or Tennessee to not have any damn defense, though. There was no defense in that game, either side of the ball. But what happens when you score. Well, let's see, 52-49. You get that kind of score. There ain't no defense. But I mean, they're about when Tennessee came out there and just scored real quick. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a long day.
Yeah, they weren't playing, man.
Nope.
I remember. Did I hit you up? And I was like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yes.
I always try to check on y'all, man.
Yes, sir. You
Like,
did.
It's not I know a lot of guys probably would hit you up and jokingly be like, "Hey, man, you okay over here?" But I actually really don't know. So I'm like, man, he's probably upset right now. So
I actually thought I broke my hand. I may or may not have hit a table. But that's unlike me.
it is, man.
So yeah, I may or may not had a little bit going on that day with just like, man, this is not even right. But yeah, so my hand's good. I learned not to do that no more. There's a lesson taught there.
Hey, man, listen. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad your hand is not broken.
Yeah, thanks, man. And then let's see. I had a friend of mine that was we joke about it because his wife is a huge Vol fan, and he said that he put it out there on Facebook, tagged me in it, said somebody check on me, make sure I was okay, which is funny. So I made a bet with a friend of mine I was in the Air Force with, Sean, out in Las Vegas.
And is he a UT fan?
He is,
Okay.
yeah. And he's out there at Nellis right now. Shout out to Sean. And so it was going to be if Tennessee won, which they did. So whoever won, the loser of the bet had to change like your profile picture to the logo of the other team.
Yeah.
And then they had to go on and record themselves attempting to, let me make sure that's clear, attempting to sing the fight song of that particular school that was victorious. Excuse me.
Hey, man, you have a career, man. You have a lovely voice, by the way.
Shit. I will not be quitting my day job anytime soon. I attempted to sing Rocky Top and it was terrible. I mean, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something right now about the song. What is it by the what Osborne Brothers? Anyhow, that's a good like bluegrass song. Okay, I like it. But when you hear the brass kick up from, was it the band of the Southland at University of Tennessee?
Yep.
Don't want to hear it. I hate that song at that point. But when I hear the banjos, it's all right for, it's a nice little song. It's got a catchy tune to
Nothing
it.
wrong with banjos.
No. I mean, we are in Kentucky and all, but man, Rocky Top's a good little song. But when you hear
If you say so.
the band of Southland play it, I hate it. I was like, told Sean, I said, we're not going to hear Rocky Top much today. Oh, boy, was I wrong.
Man, they were,
Ugh.
man, listen, man. The defense, the offense, everything was kind of clicking there, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, for a minute there, because me being in the middle of entertaining, I really wasn't watching it
Yeah, for sure.
like sharply. That's the reason why I was like, I figured they won.
Well,
Said,
I thought so here's the thing. There's a lot of things that could have gone the other way, but you can't sit here and wonder about the what ifs. All I know is that if it were me calling plays, I would try to eat some clock up there somehow towards the end, get a little closer. But it was a drop pass. It would have been 6. Nice little quick slant. And it was, leather hit hands, man.
hey, man.
But people are human. I get that. So it's all good. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, it's a ball game. So
Happens, man.
yeah. So it is what it is. Tennessee, shout out to Tennessee for winning. I texted Sean
That's
immediately.
real admirable of you, man.
Yeah, no. Hey, I texted Sean.
You're a stand-up guy.
I said, I'll be the first to tell you congratulations if you guys win. And I texted him. I said, congrats, man. Sucks. But, 15 straight ain't bad.
Yeah. I knew you were going to throw that backhanded.
That's right. Oh, and then now I'm getting all kinds of crap on Facebook because I guess it's all about the algorithm,
Well, you were posting a lot of things
Tennessee-ish.
leading up to the game.
Yeah. Well,
You know.
now every time I open the thing up, I got, those ads or whatever where they're trying to sell T-shirts. Like, really, you I mean, I get it. You won 1 out of the last 16 games, but really make a T-shirt over it? Everybody's making T-shirts over it. They act like they won the national title with
That is their national title.
maybe.
I mean, and that's the thing. Like, it's just like Kentucky in basketball.
Yeah.
Kentucky could be playing, I don't know who, Stephen Foster.
Remember when Indiana beat them?
Like, they could be. Well, Indiana's
Yeah, but they charged the court. Indiana charged the court.
well, Indiana's Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean, that across the river rivalry, which they just renewed, which we're going to talk about later. But
Yep. About time.
it's like I was saying, like Stephen Foster will play Kentucky.
Yeah.
They'll shoot the lights out. They'll shoot the skin off that ball.
That's right.
Like, one player will have 45 points. Somebody's gonna go completely off. Who was it? Who just beat Kentucky? Was it St. Peter's or something like that?
Oh, I don't know.
In the,
I don't have a clue.
Last in it. It was a team that shouldn't have beat Kentucky.
Oh yeah, I think it was St. Peter's.
Yeah, and so when you have those small teams, you have a team that's like, when they play Kentucky, that is their national championship.
I mean, I get it.
You
And
know,
it's also
they
their
play
funding.
and they play them so hard.
At least with football. Hey, in football though, when you have like all the SEC schools, okay, not just Bama, Kentucky as well.
Yeah.
When you have the small schools come to the SEC and play against an SEC
It
team,
means more to them, man.
well, that right there, number one. Also, it means a lot to that school because they're getting paid to come.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting paid to get whipped.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, but it funds their athletic
yeah.
department for like a year or two.
Yeah.
Like, who was it got beaten? The coach was trolling whoever it was that got beaten, said 1.35 million or something like that to come and
they'll take that
and upset. Who was that?
I don't know. Yeah, I know who you're talking about though. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was a good weekend. Started off rough, but Sunday was good. Watched a little football. And
anything special for Sunday? You cooking thing or
no, I didn't.
man. Come on, man, you gotta step out here.
Jets, look at the Jets though.
Yeah.
Jets absolutely just went into Green Bay and won.
Yeah, man. So
that's it for me.
To get this thing rolling.
Yep.
So we just looking at some articles earlier. I mean, I was talking to you earlier about what exactly one of my first things were, are morals and values important to you, and have we lost them in today's society? So I pulled up an article and it was about why we need values and morals, and it's from an excerpt from a PhD psychologist who wrote a book on self-help.
Yep.
Mr. Clay Tucker Ladd. But how do you feel about that? Or do you feel like morals are important in today's society?
I think morals are important in any society. Yep, morals are important.
I see it has a saying in here: goodness without knowledge is weak, knowledge without goodness is dangerous. We have to build a better man before we can build a better society.
True. Very true.
All that is necessary to triumph of evil is that good people do nothing. Our purpose is not to make a living, but a life-worthy, well-rounded, useful life. Morality is not a subject. It is a life put to the test of a dozen moments.
I would agree to that.
And I feel like values are not taught as much as they should, especially since we're both parents, coaches, things of that such. Being around kids, you can see if the kids were brought up with values. You could also see the kids with morals, but you can also know some kids that don't have any morals
No structure at home for
Yeah,
morals.
and no values.
Mhm.
And I think that has actually been lost. I know that it says values and morals can not only guide but inspire and motivate you, giving you the energy and zest for living, for doing something meaningful.
Absolutely. I think morals are very important. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a good, you know, I don't know what the best word to describe it is.
And you coming up, you growing up, were your parents really on you about?
My grandparents were for sure. You know, it was all about, you look somebody in the eye when you're talking to them. You do the right thing when no one's looking.
Yeah,
You do the right thing when people are looking. Um, you always do yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. You know, you maybe this ain't morals, but it kind of to me it kind of is. When I was in the room growing up, with my grandparents, I mean, my mom was obviously my life, but I mean, I lived with my mother, and she was great. But I spent a lot of time with my grandparents. They live right next
yeah,
door, and I always go everywhere. I mean, I was pretty much my grandfather's best friend. You know what I mean? Like I went everywhere with him. And when I was growing up, it was, I knew immediately that when I was in a room with him and with other adults, I was to be seen and not heard.
yeah.
And if I was heard, that was a problem. But I always was.
I think that kind of blends in with
That's more discipline
with discipline
and
and
respect.
respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, morals is kind of like
Same type of
being kind.
yeah.
Like
Like you said earlier, do it like doing the right things when nobody else is looking.
Yep.
Not just when people, well, your superiors or coaches or whoever's in
Yep.
the room doing that when nobody else. I was looking at
Yeah.
this stat. It was like about 20% of high schoolers feel a lot of pressure to do something wrong. About 80% of teens think school should teach them basic values. Yet,
School should teach that.
yeah. Yet 90% of them are already satisfied with their values and probably don't want to think seriously about values.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
I mean that's a huge problem. I understand that things change in history, and throughout history and throughout time. But morals is one of those things that should just never go away.
Nah, man, and I agree with that, man. Just this article was actually pretty. I mean, we probably should post a link, but this article was pretty interesting. Like, one of the last things I'm gonna read, but it said in general, many adults fail to provide good role models.
I believe that.
Psychologists Today recently reported a survey showing about half of American workers did something unethical at work this year, padding their expense account, stealing property, lying about what they did or did not do, using sick days inappropriately.
that don't happen at all, does it?
Man, so I mean, it's just like even at the highest levels, it says half of top executives admit they are willing to fudge their figures to look good, more than actually a whopping 75% of MBA students say they will be willing to distort the fact to make the company profit look higher. This lack of moral restraint is an epidemic in the workplace.
Yeah, it is. But what happens when you fudge them numbers and you go to buy something and guess what? Your check bounces.
Man, I look at that and this is like everybody is guilty of it, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, even with the sick days and everything like that, everybody is.
I may or may not have used a sick day appropriately when I was in the Air Force.
Yeah, man. It's just, what type of values do you have? What type of morals do you have? Do you do it avidly? Are you always trying to get away with something?
Because there was no sick days. Obviously, because we had 30 days of leave and that's it.
Well, of course, but
your boss in your shop was like, yeah, man, just cut on out for the doc.
Well, even in where I was in, it was like, I don't know about you guys, but once you get like in the army, it's like you go to the doctor and if they give you profile, like if they give you a profile for something,
profile,
you pretty much don't like. Everybody used to go get a shaving profile,
yep.
Right? because they didn't want to shave.
Yeah.
Knowing that there was a standard, you know what I'm saying? Like they just didn't want to do it. Dudes be like, my skin's irritated, and I'll be like, man, you got the most baby face. And I'm here, and then I'm like,
Man, you ain't even shaving yet.
yeah, but with me, I had razor. I mean, I had razor bumps too, man. Like I had all that, everything that you had, I had too. And it's
Yeah.
just like, well, I'm over here doing the right thing, and this guy keeps getting away with stuff. It kind of makes you want to kind of dabble in
Oh yeah.
that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I think a lot of that
I'm gonna
in society, man, is actually pretty relevant as far as
I can remember hearing the first time I heard somebody say running profile. I was like, what's a running profile? And they told me, I was like, ooh, I need to go see Doc.
man. I used to know people that had soft shoe profiles.
Soft shoe profiles.
Like they weren't they
couldn't wear boots.
They couldn't wear boots.
I seen some airmen walking around with these
with
tennis shoes on.
Tennis shoes on.
And I'm like, what are you doing?
And
I'm
I'll
on
be
profile.
Like, oh, come on, man.
I know.
You
Put your
said-
boots on.
And it's
Like you
funny
were not
because-
going to Afghanistan.
Well, I mean, it's funny because when you
Tennis shoes.
join, they make you learn the Army values, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the military they try to instill that in people
Yep.
early on when they get started.
That's
and
right.
they should, because most kids and most people that come in don't have values. You know what I'm saying? So to put those Army values and they sear it in your brain. They make you memorize it.
Well, the
What's
number
that?
one core value of the U.S. Air Force is integrity first.
Yeah. It's like, how many people in today have integrity?
As a whole,
I mean, even the people that listen to this podcast,
I'd say it to our listeners.
sit there, think about it, guys.
I'd say probably our listeners, I'd say our listeners are pretty, have pretty much good integrity. I'd say. I mean, there's probably some that don't. I mean, hey, everybody's human. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying sometimes people don't have it. But I mean, I knew people in the damn Air Force that didn't have no integrity.
I love growing up around here. It's great. I don't see myself staying here for a very long time, but being around here, there are a lot. And I'm not just speaking about anybody in particular, but growing up, you see there weren't a lot of values, man.
Nope.
Around us, man. There were some teachers and there were some coaches and there were there were a few parents out there that actually try to instill some values, but for the most part, it wasn't a lot going on, man.
People from around where we're at will do what they do to help them.
Yeah, they'll do whatever they do to get a step ahead, and I think that people should do whatever they like, right? We live in the land of the free, and people will step over you, step on you, walk through you.
Don't make it right though.
Talk about you, say stuff behind your back, smile on your face, and think they're a good person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that it's not just here. I think that's everywhere, man.
That's the world.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
I just think it's kind of overly bad here for that.
Yeah.
Small town, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's atrociously bad, man. I mean, that's why like with my kids, it's like I always try to tell, hey man, the lying, I'm really there's no reason to lie.
Nope.
I tell my kids, there's no reason to lie. You don't have to lie. Like, even if you think you're gonna get in trouble, you might as well just go ahead and just take it, man, versus just not telling the truth, not doing what you're supposed to do.
You're gonna get a lot less trouble telling the truth.
Yeah, and if you learn that now, later on down the line, it'll work out for you.
Yep.
But I mean that's one of the ones things I wanted to talk about. Nothing. We're not gonna get too deep into it. It's just one of the things I was just like, one of the little small things. I was like, man, that'd be pretty dope to talk about, man.
Yep.
And maybe somebody will think about when they listen to this, man. I wonder how you'll probably think back on the values your parents try to instill in you, and think about if it stuck.
Yeah.
But moving forward, man, what's up next, man? College football.
There's some big games this weekend.
Who are you most interested in seeing, man?
Tennessee and Georgia.
I knew you were gonna say that.
No, seriously though. I mean, I can't believe I'm getting ready to say this. I'm wanting Tennessee to win. You know why, don't you? No. There's a method to the madness. Because Bama's going to win out in the West. Bama plays Mississippi State, and if you pray, you should probably pray for the Bulldogs because Mississippi State's got it coming off of a loss.
Oh, they're gonna get.
Mississippi State's got it coming.
They're gonna get hot. They're gonna get. Man, it's gonna be bad.
Yep.
Tennessee, who do they play?
Tennessee plays Georgia.
Do they?
I believe so. Hold on. No, they don't. My
They got a
bad.
bye, don't they?
No, they play UT Martin.
They do play. Well, no, they play UT. They do play UT Martin.
I thought they played Georgia this weekend.
Yeah, UT Martin.
Maybe it's next week they play. No, next week's Kentucky, right?
Bet your bottom's dollar. It
And
is.
then Georgia.
Yeah,
Now,
they got to get over the hump first.
I thought I heard that Georgia played Tennessee this weekend. But maybe, obviously I'm wrong. It is UT Martin.
Yeah, so they got Iowa, Ohio State, UT Martin, Tennessee, Mississippi State, Alabama, Syracuse, Clemson, Ole Miss, LSU.
That's going to be a good game.
What, Ole Miss, LSU?
Yeah, for Ole Miss.
Yeah, they're going to beat the brakes off of LSU.
Yeah, they are.
Kansas State versus TCU.
That's going to be a pretty good one, even for Big 12. I mean, I'm not a fan.
Man, listen. TCU's my sleeper team, man.
They're going to do good. Look, TCU's going to put up probably 50 points.
TCU's been out here maxing people out. But I don't even know if people's paying attention to TCU. They've been like giving people the business. Ranked teams, guys.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Texas, Oklahoma State. That's going to be a good game. Can I say something about this UCLA Oregon game?
That's going to be a good one.
Really that good? Are they overrated?
Well, first of all, they're from the WAC 12. Let's be real. I don't like the Pac 12 at all. I mean, I just have no respect for it. The Pac 12. For in my opinion, for Pac 12 teams, yeah, they're real. They're for real. It's like they're like one of these teams that sneak into the playoff, right? They get embarrassed and they play Georgia or Alabama the first night. They're one and done.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that Oregon, they lost to who did they lose to? Georgia. That was the first game of the year. Click on Oregon. I'm almost certain they played Georgia. I have to ask Siri. Hey Siri, did Georgia play Oregon this year in football? She ain't wanting to answer me right now. So
you get.
I think that they lost to Georgia.
You got Boston College, Wake Forest, Minnesota, Penn State.
Oh, Minnesota, Penn State?
Yeah.
Feel sorry for Minnesota. Penn State just got beat.
Cincinnati, SMU, Memphis, Tulane. Don't look like, as I go down, don't look like a lot of good
games. I got messed up because I heard it, but I was definitely wrong about the Tennessee, Georgia. They are not playing this weekend. I'm kind of bummed.
That's all right. You don't have to be bummed.
Georgia must be on bye. I didn't hear their name.
Yeah. It's not a lot of, after that, it's not a lot of solid West Virginia, Texas Tech. I mean,
no, here's Mississippi State, Alabama.
It's getting a little lackluster towards the end. How about Louisville versus Pitt?
Pitt's going to destroy them, man. Let's see. 30. Man, let's see. No, I'll say 30 points. But let's just say
you about to give a 30-point shellacking or something?
I'll say 3 touchdowns.
I didn't
21.
I didn't know Georgia State is playing Appalachian State right now.
On a Wednesday?
I wasn't aware of that.
They sure are. 14-13 Georgia State.
I wasn't aware of that at all, man.
In the third quarter. Me neither. Me neither.
I got to step my football game up, man. I didn't know that.
See, look at this.
And it's Wednesday.
ACC playing on Thursday night.
Yeah, those Thursday nights. Speaking of Thursday night, man, is there going to be one good Thursday night game?
I don't think so.
Just one?
Well, who plays this Thursday?
I need to look and see if there's just one really good Thursday night game.
I'm looking right now.
I mean, I don't think there's. If there is, I'll be happy with one.
Let's see. Tomorrow's a good one. Tomorrow, well, I won't say good. Tomorrow's a decent one. New Orleans, Arizona. It's a decent one.
That's solid.
Yeah, it's better than what we've seen.
Solid.
I don't want to see Denver in primetime anymore. There's some good games this week in the NFL.
It's pretty solid. I actually think that's a pretty solid game, man.
Oh, check it. Next week's a definite good game. Next Thursday night. on the 27th of October. Baltimore at Tampa Bay.
Oh yeah,
That's gonna be a good game.
yeah. Mark your calendars.
Yep.
It's the first real Thursday night game.
Exactly. Next weekend or next Thursday.
Mark your calendars, y'all. If you clear your Thursdays, that's gonna be the only Thursday that makes any sense.
Yeah, what NFL's thinking? And Denver got
Who
5.
chooses the Thursday night games?
Yeah.
I would love to know that, man.
I wonder if that person still got a job.
If they do, they're probably sick because they're probably everybody has said something about it.
Oh, it's god awful. It's god
I
awful.
think it's every commentator, every I've seen a lot of media outlets just talk bad about Thursday night games.
About RG3's tweets about
Yeah,
we need to get a free Amazon Prime for this.
Yeah.
I agree with that, by the way.
I'm with him. You know, I like it. Oh man, I follow RG3 on Twitter, man. He's
Me too.
hilarious. He's probably one of the most hilarious people that's actually. I like when he's commentating.
Me too.
He has good takes.
What a shame his NFL career didn't
Yeah,
turn out like
yeah.
it. We expected it from college.
It's funny when people when he's making a comment, people always hit him with that. He'll say something, and what he's saying is relevant, and they'll be like, "At least he can play 3 seasons without getting hurt." And I'm like, "Hey man, all this hate right now, man."
I know, right?
Pretty sure he's all right sitting in his multi-million-dollar mansion.
Yeah.
His wife and beautiful wife and kids.
Yeah, and look, he works 1 day a week.
Yeah.
I mean, really. I mean, obviously, it takes more than that when you're doing commentary for a football game, but when actually you're at the place of employment, it's 1 day.
Yeah, man.
It's a perfect time to hit some links out there, man. At least 3 times a week.
Hey, come this summer, I'm definitely gonna be out on the links.
Yeah, man.
You gotta catch up with me.
I'm down.
I'm definitely gonna do that. If I can get a hold of something, I think we were talking. When are you saying you're gonna get a hold of somebody that can walk us through a good golfing? You got a good golfing buddy? You got a golf pro that you know?
I do not.
Or somebody close to a golf pro?
No.
You got an avid golf pro?
I mean,
an avid golfer?
Well, I mean, my niece, she plays at the local high school on the girls' golf team.
Oh yeah, well, that might do it. We'll have to talk offline about that.
Yeah, she's always probably down to go play golf. So
yeah, man. So it's that time, guys. I already know you guys know what time it is. It's happening early. It's NFL pick time, or as everybody likes to say, Antonio time.
I have to get with I need to write down our results from last week.
We gotta get with Fred. Fred is the statistician, man.
I saw her as I was leaving the driveway. She was pulling in, and she said she's not submitting picks tonight.
Oh man.
Yep. However,
hey man, what's Fred's problem, man?
She said she was tired.
Tired of the picks, or just tired of losing?
I feel like physically tired.
Oh,
I think she's asleep right now.
That makes sense.
But Jacob gave me his picks though.
Jacob's ready, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's always ready for a good time.
Yeah, he is. So we're at let's see, 39 minutes. I went back and listened the other day. We were at 51 minutes last week on it, on our recording. Went back and listened.
Oh, you went back and listened last week?
Yeah, I went back and listened to the picks. Jacob was asking. I don't know. I have to look it up.
Yeah, I'm
gonna do it this weekend too. I'm gonna go back and look.
And we need to do that because I kind of feel like I'm in the lead right now.
You might very well be in the lead right now.
I've been peeping my picks,
mm-hmm.
and I'm like, man, I think I'm killing it right now.
You might be. I don't think I'm too far behind you though.
Yeah, you're right on my heel.
Yep.
Let's get started, man. Thursday night football. The 2-4 Saints against the 2-4 Cardinals, right?
All right, so on paper that looks like a good game, but in records, you're talking about records, it's a shit game.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, I shouldn't say those records. It was my fault. I just diminished the whole thing, man.
Yeah, now you got people that's listening.
Let's start over. The Saints at the Cardinals.
Ooh. Cardinals.
I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna go with Cardinals because old buddy's back this week.
Who?
He was suspended.
Who?
What's What's his name? You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. I don't know who you're talking about.
I had to look it up, man. I actually put him on my reserve. Put him on my reserve roster
Hopkins?
so I could take him off as soon as he got off. Yeah,
Hopkins?
yeah.
He was suspended?
Man, he was suspended for like 6 games.
Oh, the Cardinals will start winning now.
Yeah, man, it's on. And I need him. I had put him on my.
Is he on your reserve list?
Yeah, I
man.
just took him off.
Activated him.
I was hiding him. I tucked him away, man. Nobody noticed.
I didn't notice. I did not notice. So you're right on that. Yeah, Cardinals, man. Oh, let me get Jacob's pick here. My bad, Jacob. You took the time out. I'm about to forget you, son. New Orleans.
Oh,
For Jacob. New Orleans for Jacob.
He must know something.
Mm-hmm. Or he must not know something.
Yeah, well, you know, he thinks he knows something.
Mm-hmm.
Browns versus whoever, because it doesn't matter. When the Browns are playing, that's who's all playing.
Not this week. Not this week. They're playing Baltimore in Baltimore.
Yeah, it's Browns Ravens.
I'm Ravens.
I'm gonna go with the Browns, man.
You got to your team, man.
Go, Brownies. Here we go.
That's your team, so you have to.
I gotta give me a dog on this thing.
Jacob picked Baltimore. You know, it's not necessarily. I'm gonna take that back. You don't have to pick your team.
No, you don't.
I pick against the Rams when
You don't have to pick your team.
No,
and I should pick the Ravens, but I'm not.
I don't know if
All
I've
right?
ever heard you pick against the Browns.
I actually cut myself the other day, and it was orange. Right?
That's right.
You don't have to pick your team.
That's right.
Hardcore fans do.
Man, you know what? All those orange pumpkins out there. Do you like that?
Hey, man.
The helmet looks like an orange pumpkin.
I almost fainted when I burned them pumpkins home. I was so happy.
Just put a face mask on the pumpkin and just set.
Keep them on the porch for as long as possible, man.
There you go. They last a long time.
I'm making some pumpkin bread out of one of them.
Oh, pumpkin bread. I love that stuff. It's about time to go get some, ain't it?
Yeah, man. So you got Ravens.
Oh, yeah, Ravens for sure.
I'm sure Jacob has the Ravens.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Ravens.
Next up, the Buccaneers versus the Panthers.
Oh, Bucks by 90 million.
Everybody's going to pick the Bucks.
I said that last week, too, and they got beat by Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but this is the Panthers.
Yeah, that's true. It's Baker, so I mean, yeah, Bucks.
Falcons versus the Bengals. Ironically, they both have the same record.
Yeah, Jacob, let me get his pick out of the way. He picked Cincinnati.
Of course he did.
It's his team.
I was about to say. Of course he did. I'm gonna go with the Bengals too, though.
It is cold. Hold on. This weekend's supposed to be nice.
It's supposed to be Falcons at the Bengals.
Falcons. I pick Atlanta.
Okay. Sorry to hear that.
That's all right.
The Lions versus the Cowboys. Everybody's gonna say Cowboys.
Man, I really want to pick Detroit, but
you shouldn't.
Exactly.
You're smart, man.
I know. Dallas. Look, it's more painful to say Dallas than it is to say Tennessee.
The Giants versus the Jaguars.
Oh, let me get Jacobs real quick. My bad.
I'm pretty sure he said the Cowboys.
He wrote out of order. Yeah, Cowboys. Go ahead. Sorry, who was it? Next.
The Giants versus the Jaguars.
Oh, I picked the Giants. So did Jacob. I'm
gonna stay with you guys. I'll go Giants. This next game is a toss-up. Colts versus the Titans.
Nah, Tennessee, man. It's okay to say that, Tennessee.
I'm gonna go with Tennessee, man.
Yeah, Jacob did too.
Packers versus the Commanders.
Commanders.
Really?
Yep.
Why? I've never asked.
Because
why?
Did you see any of the highlights from this past weekend in Green Bay?
Who? Man, no. Man.
I'm telling you right now.
I'm gonna go with the Packers. I guess
Aaron Rodgers is playing with a JV team. I'm telling you, just watch. Go back and watch.
All right, man.
The guys that are playing with him don't know the plays, how to line up properly. And he's over there screaming at him. He's got a mess on his hands.
Yeah, jeez.
I think he's about to request a release. I don't know. Did he sign a big contract extension? Rodgers.
I think this might be Rodgers' last year, man.
I don't think he rides off in the sunset. I think he goes elsewhere.
I think this might be his last year. He's getting old.
I think he goes out west.
He's out here looking like Nicolas Cage.
I think he goes to San Francisco. I think he goes to San Francisco and plays.
How about the Jets versus the Broncos?
Jets, Jets.
Which has never happened in 14, 15, 16 years. When has the Jets ever had a winning record?
It's been a while. I
I'm
think
proud of him, man.
me too.
proud of
Hey,
him.
I like the Jets. I mean, they're not my team, but I like watching them. They're
It's
fun.
crazy that we say the Jets right off the back, knowing that Russell Wilson plays for the Broncos.
Bro.
It's almost like he's forgotten.
He's not forgotten. It's hard to forget the embarrassing performances he put up this year.
Is it his fault?
No, absolutely
Oh,
not.
okay,
It's his
that's what I'm saying.
coaching. No, it's not his fault. It's the coaching.
It's the play calling too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coaching, play calling, I think all that.
Yeah, but
Play to your play. I mean, coach to your players' strong points.
yeah,
There should be a lot more rollouts. Should be a lot more QB waggles.
yep,
Should be a lot more of him getting out the pocket.
yep, taking off running.
Yeah.
That's Russell Wilson.
Shotgun. You know what I'm saying?
Always, never under center. Never under center. I've seen him under center so many times this year. It's
not
weird.
like him, man. I'm pretty sure he feels weird.
I guarantee he does.
And that's just not good coaching.
Nope.
You know?
Terrible. Oh, Jacob picked the Jets. You did too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Titans versus the Raiders.
What's Texans versus
I mean,
Raiders?
excuse me. Texans versus the Raiders.
I picked Raiders.
They both got a horse crap record too.
Jacob picked the Raiders.
I don't know, man. They're both horrible. But
The Raiders at home.
I'll go with the Raiders. I'll go with you guys.
I think that's the only thing that's going to save the Raiders this week. They're being at home.
Seahawks versus the Chargers.
Chargers.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks.
Jacob picked Chargers too.
Chiefs versus 49ers.
Hmm.
Shout out Wooten, man. I'm going with the 49ers. I always go with Wooten 49ers, man. Always.
Well, Jacob picked the Chiefs.
The Chiefs should win.
Yeah. But you know what, though?
Strange things have happened, so I'm going to go with the 49ers.
Exactly. I think Kansas City's irrelevant now.
I wouldn't take it that far.
Oh, I will. I'll say it. I'll say it right now. Buffalo.
Is that tobacco?
Hmm? Yeah, it is. It most definitely is, sir. You gave it to me. All right, I'm gonna go against my gut, and I want to pick San Francisco.
Really?
My gut says pick Kansas City, but I'm gonna go with San Francisco. Yeah, as much as I don't like doing that. Yeah, 49ers. He's got Kansas City.
Oh yeah, okay. Steelers versus the Dolphins. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins
I don't know.
because I like the Dolphins. I like what they do over there.
But does Pittsburgh continue that momentum after beating Tom Brady?
No.
I don't think so either. Miami. Jacob picked Miami as well.
Monday Night Football. The Bears versus the Patriots.
Oh, Patriots.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Are you?
Yeah,
No, man. I can't do that.
just feels right.
Jacob picked New England as well. It's like we're forgetting somebody though. Oh, we're on buys now. We're having bye weeks. Rams are on bye.
A lot of people on buys.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in myself.
You don't know what's going on with the Rams.
I have not watched the Rams game all year. All year.
Your blood is red.
I've been busy. I've been doing other things besides watching football on Sundays.
Nah, you right. Nah, it's me the same thing, man. Like it's when you got so much on your plate, man. I know for me, just me speaking about me, it's so much going on. Coaching and then the kids and work and it takes a lot out of you, man.
I've watched more Buck games this year than Rams
I
games.
didn't watch too many. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a couple NFL football games that I've watched. I've watched more college football than I've watched NFL.
Yeah, me too. I watch college football I only watch 1 or 2 games. I usually watch 2 games a week in college football. I watch Alabama, and I like Levis. I like Will Levis, so I watch Kentucky play.
You better.
I don't like the team, but I like Will Levis,
Hey, it doesn't matter, man.
so I watch him.
Doesn't matter, man.
No,
you
good.
watch a good quarterback, all right?
Except I don't know why he was playing. Was he playing with something like some steel plate in his shoe or
Like a
something?
turf toe or something. I think it was like he just had turf toe.
He needs to eat more banana peels. That'll fix that.
Putting mayonnaise in his coffee. whatever.
Ugh, mayonnaise in the coffee. Ugh.
Man, opening night, man. NBA.
When is opening night?
It was yesterday.
Was it? I feel terrible.
You know when did you hit me up? You hit me because you hit me up like, "Hey, we working out," and I was like, when you hit me up, I was literally watching the Lakers and the Warriors.
How was that game?
Man, the Lakers get beat like a redheaded stepchild, man.
Well,
Like the Lakers get beat, like somebody just get mad
as they should.
and just was like, you know what, I'm done with it.
Look, man, I'm sorry.
It was like everybody went on strike.
I'm talking for all right. So look, first ballot Hall of Famer. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
He's about LeBron.
Yeah, but I don't like the guy because I think I don't like. He's a great person,
Oh, it's
a
great.
great human being.
Yeah, great businessman.
Puts a lot of money in the community.
Good father.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Good husband, good father, a good
He's a good all around guy.
a good citizen. You know,
He's a good all around guy, man.
but I don't like him on the basketball court.
Yeah,
I don't like him on the court.
I seen some people getting mad. I mean, I'm still on Twitter, and so I was looking on Twitter, and they were mad because he went over to the Warrior bench. I think it was in the third quarter, and like said, I think he was just having a conversation with Draymond or something.
During the game,
It was like a little slot, just them saying what's up and what like that. You know what I'm saying?
is it like warm ups or is it like
No, it was the
TV
third quarter.
timeout
No, it was
during a
the-
game?
I don't know the context of it. That's why I was like, I
Oh.
don't know if it was like
Pre-game is cool.
coming out of a timeout. I don't know exactly what happened, but they do have just clips of LeBron going over. It had to have been a timeout.
Now, when I say pre-game, I'm talking about before the entire team takes the court and does their
Nah,
warm-ups.
This is third quarter, man.
No, man. Then,
It's like third quarter, maybe.
hey, you
3
remember?
minutes left or
Hey, you
something.
remember when we went on that trip,
It's true.
the overnight trip for
Oh yeah,
cross
yeah,
country?
yeah. What's up?
Reminds me a lot of that.
Oh yeah,
You don't be going over to the other team
yeah, man. I don't like all
and
that.
hanging out, kicking it. You
I
don't
like
do that.
Hey man, I forgot about that. I forgot that happened. Yeah, man. That's probably the first time the kids are like, "Dang, man, coach, he's mad." Like,
Yeah.
he's upset.
Like
man.
kick it after the game once you get back home.
Yeah, man. I just don't like that, man. Like,
Mm-mm.
there's nothing wrong with being a good sport, like sportsmanship.
sure.
I'm a huge person of sportsmanship. I think it's great, but it's a whole nother thing when you are just too daggone friendly with your competition. Like,
You ever played sports against friends? Like I mean,
Man,
like some of your
listen.
good friends
yes,
growing up, bro. You didn't like them when you were
Nah,
playing.
man. Like,
You're like you wanted to beat
there
them.
wouldn't even be no jokes until like afterwards.
Yeah,
feel
exactly. Once you're going
You
through and
feel
you're high
like-
fiving at the
Yeah.
end, then you start smiling and laughing at
That's
each other.
'cause I just like I don't understand like these new era, not just kids. LeBron, it's this new era of athlete, and right now it's just they're built different.
Yeah, man. I was
Just built different. Man.
That's
I
what I'm talking
remember
about,
Back
going-
in the day where people just didn't like each other.
Can
I
you-
mean,
yeah.
I can't say didn't like each other because I remember Charles Barkley was talking about it. It wasn't the fact that he didn't like the people.
Yeah.
It was that he hated them during the game.
Unless it's Jordan and
He-
Isaiah.
It was like
He hated
they were
Isaiah.
fierce competitor. He wanted to win. He wanted to do nothing but win.
Oh yeah.
Like at any cost, whatever he got to do, rebounds, fouls, whatever he got to do to put himself in there,
Exactly.
like he's gonna do.
It's,
And then after the game, they
after the game is
yeah.
fine. But during a game, LeBron James goes over to the opposite team's bench. I don't care if it's a TV timeout or middle of the game.
Yeah,
Nah, man. They,
it's different, man.
look,
It's different.
I'm just gonna set the record straight. Like I said, great basketball player. I like
Oh yeah,
that he's gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I respect the heck out of that. I like how he puts money back into Akron, Ohio, where he's from, with schools and putting new computers in the schools and giving all kinds of money back to the community that raised him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I love that. I love that he's a great father and
I
husband.
know. He's a wonderful human being.
Yeah, exactly. But
It's just like this.
when he puts that Laker jersey on,
But-
no, and I like, I ain't got a problem with Lakers. I like the Lakers, but there's something about LeBron, and you know when it was. I mean, granted, it was for a good cause.
Yeah.
Lots of money was raised for charity, but the arrogance, the pure arrogance, man, of I'm taking my talents to South Beach. At that point,
Well, he's different. He changed the game, man.
no, I get that.
I think right after he did that, it changed the entire landscape of the NBA.
Yo, he went to a villain mode.
and everybody just flipped the script. After he did that, everybody was trying to build a super team.
Sure.
Everybody was trying to go somewhere and link up with their
I just
buddies.
didn't like
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
I just didn't like how it was. I mean, I liked the money that was going to
Yeah.
charity. I love that. I just thought it was just poor word choices, man. I was like, oh,
Could you imagine? I mean, just think about this. Could you imagine if Reggie Miller was like, you know what? I'm taking my talents to Chicago.
Can you imagine what MJ would have said? No, you ain't.
I mean, seriously, man, I mean that's pretty much what's happening. I mean, like,
Oh, man.
or you get what I'm saying? Like, could
Yeah.
you imagine like Jordan, Scottie Pippen,
But you
and
always
Reggie Miller on the same team?
no. I mean,
That's not even fair, man.
what I love, they didn't play the Olympics together.
I mean, it's not even fair, is what I'm saying.
No, I know, but they didn't play the Olympics together.
So it's just
in
like,
'92.
can you imagine? Like, I think back on the teams that LeBron's been on, like LeBron, D Wade,
Mhm.
Bosh, LeBron, Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Love. I mean, he's always had
Yeah, he's had a good supporting
really nice
cast.
supporting cast.
Oh yeah,
I mean, when he first came in the league, he was by himself. And
that's when he was fun, man.
He was
to me.
all about buckets.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
that's when LeBron was fun to me.
Yeah, he was fierce competitor. He was trying to win. He knew it was just him.
And it's just
You
you
know
could
what
tell
I'm
he
saying?
loved the game.
Yeah. It's funny they said something last night. Commentator was like, I think it was actually Charles Barkley. He was talking about how he feels like Russell Westbrook doesn't have the same dog in him.
I agree to that.
Like he's not. He said he looks sad. Like he looks like he's not having fun anymore.
Nope,
You know what
he
I'm
does
saying?
not.
Like he's not
drained.
aggressive. He's not. You know, he's like, he think it's because he's trying to hold face and not act like the media is getting to him.
It's totally getting to
When the
him.
media is like been ripping into him and it's affecting him.
It's eating him
You know
up
what I'm saying?
alive, man.
And
It
like,
was a shame because he's
oh man,
good ball player.
they put up his numbers the other day. He has the most triple doubles in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
History.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, for people to talk
no respect, man.
about him like he's not relevant, he just doesn't fit that team.
Exactly. Where do you
Yeah.
think he fits?
And I know Charles was like, they need to get him out of there. He needs to go somewhere.
You know what I think he would do good?
Send him back to Oklahoma.
No. Charlotte.
Nah, LaMelo's over there.
That's all right. A tandem.
Nah, they can't coexist, man.
Melo needs to go to the 2 guard.
They can't coexist.
You don't
And
think
he
so?
needs the ball. Melo needs the ball in his hand.
Maybe New Orleans.
New Orleans will work.
New
New
Orleans
Orleans will work.
is a good team. Just need a point guard.
Yeah, it will work. That will work.
You're talking
They got Ingram
Trell
over
out
there.
west.
They got
Zion Williamson.
Zion. Yeah, that will work. It's not a really standout
Not a standout point guard down
point
there.
guard.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
But New Orleans would be probably ideal
Yeah.
for him.
I wouldn't send him to New York.
Nope.
Wouldn't send him to, I mean, if you
he's
send
better
him
in a smaller market, man.
if you sent him to Sacramento,
Mm.
it would be him, and he would be triple double machine again.
And then you have Shaq saying, "I ain't worried about the Sacramento Queens."
But I mean, seriously, he would.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
He would. I think he would.
The Kings would be
flourish.
back to being the Kings again.
He would flourish, man. I mean, the Kings would have to give a little bit up, but he would
Sure.
flourish. Nobody wants to take that contract. That's the thing, man.
New Orleans can afford it, I think.
Yeah, well, they'd have to get rid of something too.
Well, yeah, I mean,
So anybody that gets Westbrook is going to have to give something up.
well,
Whether it's picks or a 6-man.
Jeannie Buss should never. Jeannie Buss should
That
never.
was the worst
sign him.
pickup. That was the worst pickup. It looked on paper.
On paper, it's great, but
It looked good, but it's just not. They're not meshing over. Man.
Nope.
So,
and I think it's probably egos a little bit,
oh yeah, man.
but also I think it's coaching philosophy.
Well, they got a new coach. Darvin Ham's over there. So I mean, he hadn't really got a chance to.
No, I mean, I get that, but I mean,
just opening night was it's funny because I didn't know. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I knew it was opening night. I didn't know it was opening night.
I had no clue till just now.
Like I thought it was still preseason, man.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh no, it's not preseason. It's opening night, and because last night they got their rings.
Who did?
The Warriors.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. So last night they got their rings. Like it was a home game. The Lakers came to them. So I
I
mean,
forgot to Golden State won it last year.
yeah. So you had Boston played Philly last night.
Oh, that's a good game.
Boston 126, Philly 117. LA got the face beat off 123 to 109. New Orleans played 130 to 108 with Brooklyn. I mean, I'm telling you, man, it was I think there was only 4 games, and then tonight, of course, just about everybody that didn't play last night is playing tonight. Chicago, Miami, Cleveland playing Toronto.
Oh, Chicago, Miami, that'd be a good game.
Yeah, it's 112 to 104 right now in the fourth quarter with 2:25 left.
Who's at Miami?
Miami is losing. Chicago's up.
Oh,
Yeah. Cleveland's pretty solid this year.
really?
Yeah, man.
That's good.
They look pretty solid, man.
What about Indiana?
I don't know. That's a good question. It's quiet over in Indiana.
Indiana might not be a bad place for
That
Westbrook.
might not be a bad. That actually might work over in Indiana.
Because look, I know Westbrook played at UCLA, right? He's from Los Angeles.
I think he would rather stay out west.
I do too, but
it ain't. I don't think it's in the cards.
I think the spotlight's too bright, man.
Yeah. He needs to go to like the
Small market.
Utah Jazz or something.
No, I don't think that'll work. Not Utah.
Well, I mean, he'll still be close. He'll still
True.
be West Coast or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, he'd go to Portland.
Yeah, well, nah, that ain't gonna work.
I know. Clippers.
The Clippers got PG over there. They got Kawhi. They got John Wall.
That ain't meshing.
Reggie Jackson. It's a lot of ball.
Phoenix ain't meshing.
Phoenix ain't gonna mesh. It's hard to place him somewhere.
San Antonio.
San Antonio might work.
I think. Notice what I'm saying. When I'm saying certain cities.
When
And
you
you're
say
saying-
when you say the cities, I'm thinking of who's on the team.
No, I know that. No, I know that for sure. But notice, it's all the small market cities that might work. That might work, or that definitely would work.
Like Detroit Pistons.
That would work.
That might work.
He's a small market guy.
Orlando.
Orlando, quite possibly, yes.
Yeah. But they got some.
I think Indiana's a good fit for him.
Yeah, I can't even remember who's over. That's how you know. You don't. It's not. I don't even know who's over there. Let me look at the Indiana's team, man. So Indiana had okay. Oh yeah, that's right. They got Buddy Hill over there. That's about it. That's it.
Indiana would be
Indiana will work.
a great place for him. That would too.
Well, I just remember it. New Orleans has CJ McConnell.
Well, he'd be traded to the
McCollum.
Lakers. He'd be traded to the Lakers.
You could not put well, if CJ McCollum came to the Lakers, man, it would be an issue.
I know it.
Like he could shoot the 3, he could play defense. If they were to make that happen,
The Lakers could win the finals.
man, I would say so.
That's what I'm saying. That the Lakers need to
I would
do
say
this. New Orleans just need to pony up the money and get.
He's
Westbrook.
on a max deal too, though. I think he's like 200 something million.
Well, maybe they just change on paper then. You know what I mean?
It might work if they match it. They could probably
Yeah.
match it.
A couple draft
Question
picks.
is what they want. What they want Westbrook. That's the problem, man. A lot of teams are like they don't want to deal with the polarizing, flamboyant attitude of.
Well, guess what? You
Westbrook.
get that.
But he's a competitor, so
You get that when you get that when somebody competes and is very passionate about competing.
yeah.
I mean, do you think Jordan didn't give no attitude? Come on, man.
Not
How
the
many-
way.
How many times did Jordan give attitude in an interview?
Well,
I mean, he didn't like
a couple
say,
times.
say what? You know,
No, nothing like that. No. You didn't. The first sass, or not sass. The first person I remember was Allen Iverson.
oh yeah, we're talking about practice.
Yeah, he was the first person that was like really. He didn't care. He would talk to a reporter like,
Man, I miss watching him
like
play.
that, man. He was great. He was another guy that was like
What a legend.
an awesome competitor. Man, I want to ask you a question: the Yankees versus the Astros. Who has the edge in this
If I could,
ALC matchup, man?
if I could just watch the both
Switch
of
over to
them
some baseball.
lose, that would be phenomenal. If they would both just lose, I'm gonna give it to the Yanks, man.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I say that in Houston and the World Series. I used to not have a problem with the Astros until 2017. It was banging on the trash
When they
can.
started making moves.
I mean, look, when you stealing
You
signs,
start disliking them because
they were
because they
stealing
started
signs
getting good.
and wearing wires, buzzers.
Really, wires?
Yeah, man.
Whole
Look,
wires?
look, it's a it's a conspiracy theory, but if you think, and I don't really get into the rabbit hole stuff, But I am this one about Jose Altuve. He hit Aroldis Chapman. Okay, you know who he is?
Yeah.
Excuse me. He's in there closing for the Yankees, right? And he throws 100 plus. I'm talking 102, 103. Okay. And then all of a sudden, you're telling me that you knew this pitch was coming. You knew it was coming. You knew it because they were buzzing you. Because they had a camera set up in the center field.
I gotta get. You gotta send me some stuff on this, man. I gotta read about this, man, because that is some
They cheated,
top
man.
of the line
In baseball.
sneakery.
Look, the Astros cheated. They cheated the Yankees. They cheated the Dodgers out of a ring. Okay. Then Major League Baseball says, yep, they cheated. They apologized. No punishments. What? Pete Rose.
That's been happening a lot lately.
But Pete Rose ain't in the Hall of Fame yet. So what? He bet on baseball.
You know what, man? That's the thing. I really think they should let Pete Rose in.
Yeah, man.
I really think they should drop that, man.
You tell me the Hit King's not in the Hall of Fame?
Let's let him in there, man. It's not wrong. He like to get his gamble on from time to time.
Yeah.
Who doesn't, man?
And now look, there's like
I gamble every day I wake up.
There's gambling. Major League Baseball backs gambling companies.
Yeah, I mean, you got all these heck, you can't turn on the TV and watch football, basketball, baseball without what's the betting app that's
Is it DraftKings?
DraftKings and
Caesars.
Yeah. Bravado or whatever it is.
Yeah.
There's so many of them out there, man. Like you can just get on there and bet. Now, if
we can't though.
If they would open up these online sports betting in Kentucky,
can't.
Oh man, that'd be great.
That's got to be changed by the legislature.
They're missing out on that, man.
Churchill Downs owns Frankfurt, so you can't do that, man.
Just like the legalization of marijuana, but we're not going to talk.
Yeah, we won't talk about that one.
So what's up, man? I know you got some topics tonight, man.
There are some topics. Yes, let me pull it up here.
What's the big one? I said you actually got about 32 on there.
Yeah, I got a bunch, but we're gonna limit when I decide to choose. One of them you're gonna like because you are a donut guy.
I do love donuts. I wish I had a donut right now.
Well, I'm telling you what, you might be able to go down the road and get you a donut at McDonald's here soon. Because McDonald's is teaming up with Krispy Kreme, and they're going to be selling donuts as a test in Kentucky and Tennessee.
When are they starting that, by the way?
Let's see.
I need to know. I got to save my money up.
Man, it's
I got to do a donut fund.
They're saying that they're teaming up to test to see if it's a partnership between the two companies is something that people want.
Dude, how much money is McDonald's going to make off this?
Oh man, a ton. Krispy Kreme issued the announcement Tuesday stating that the limited time test will take place at McDonald's locations in Louisville, Kentucky, and surrounding area. How's this
does that mean that McDonald's is going to get a red hot sign? I mean,
they might.
Are they going to be donuts made in McDonald's, or are they going to bring the donuts to McDonald's?
I am going to find out right now.
Okay, because if I see a hot and ready sign at McDonald's, that line's going to be supremely backed up.
Yeah. Well, it says starting 26 October. But first of all, let me read this back to you again.
There's no way there's going to be donut machines at McDonald's that fast.
Krispy Kreme issued the announcement on Tuesday stating that the limited time test will take place at McDonald's locations in Louisville, Kentucky, and the surrounding area. We are the surrounding area, folks.
It says
they're going to offer glazed, chocolate iced with sprinkles.
They're going to be delivered fresh daily, so they're not going to be fresh.
No, they'll be fresh, but not hot and fresh.
They're not going to be hot and fresh.
Yeah, they'll be good.
You know what they need in Radcliffe?
What's that?
Krispy Kreme.
No.
I don't know. That caused a lot of deaths around here. Let me retract that, man. Because it's too many retired military guys around here that would. I wouldn't want to see that, man.
Oh, for sure.
I wouldn't want to see that, man. They'd be up there all day getting donuts, man.
Man, you wouldn't find a cop on the street around here.
You know what I'm saying, man. You barely can find one now. You put a donut. Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, you'd find them there. It'd be easy to find.
Yeah. Like, hey, man, where's everybody at?
the Krispy Kremes.
I see my 16 cops at McDonald's, man. Like, oh, okay.
Used to be Jerry's, but now Jerry's is closed.
Man.
You know what I mean?
What are they building over there now? It better not be nothing we don't need, man.
Man,
It looks like a car wash.
They're probably because they're building that oil changer right across from Wendy's. Just another thing Radcliffe needed was like a 10th oil changer.
Whoever's picking this stuff, man.
How about some restaurants, man?
They're really putting a cog in my socket, man.
Yeah,
man.
man.
I don't understand what's going on here. Oh no, I'm gonna go ahead.
All right, so they're gonna on the 26th. They're gonna be offering original glaze, chocolate ice with sprinkles, and raspberry filled donuts. They will be offered all day in participating restaurants and drive-throughs. Customers will also be able to order 6 packs of donuts that will be delivered fresh daily. And that is it on that one. What do you think about that?
Mother, that sounds like an excellent idea.
Yep.
There's not a lot of stuff I approve of, but I approve of that. You heard it first here, guys.
Yeah, that's it. You know, I like donuts. Not as much as you.
Oh man,
You love donuts.
I think where I used to work, there was a donut place, man.
There is a donut place at my work.
Yeah, I don't work there anymore.
Yeah.
I used to go down there every day.
Yep. I used to go there and get a sandwich.
Donuts, man.
Yep, Dunkin'. I used to get a sandwich from him. Something about this AP
What are you looking at over there, man?
preseason top 25 in basketball, college basketball.
Is that true? Or is that fake?
What? This is the AP top 20.
Real?
Yeah. Is
Why
it?
the hell do they have Houston's number 3?
You got me.
All right, man. Who paid? Somebody over there, Houston paid.
They had 1,404 votes for first place, man.
They better have some MAC'd out All-Americans over there, some seniors, some outstanding seniors or something.
Man, they beat Kentucky out by 40 points.
What the hell does North Carolina have?
Didn't they win a title last year?
I don't know. I can't remember. I don't keep up. Let me tell you something.
They lost to Kansas.
Let me tell you something about me, man. I'll watch the tournament, right?
Yeah.
When Kentucky loses,
yeah,
I do not watch the tournament.
Really?
Nah, it's been like that for a long time with me, man.
When Alabama loses, I watch after that.
I don't like when Kentucky lost to St. Peter's. I did not watch any of the tournament.
Nah, I'm like that.
I couldn't tell you who won the national championship. You'd have to tell me right now.
Kansas.
Well, I didn't know.
I'm pretty sure it was Kansas.
I didn't know. Like when Kentucky loses, man, I quit watching.
I'm confirming that right now because
I quit watching it, man.
It's a blur.
That's just how I don't know who else is like that, but with me, like when my team loses, I have no interest in it. I don't care who wins, so I don't watch it. I'm not watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I think it was Kansas that won.
That's me, man. That's me. That's why I like football season because it's like everybody goes to a bowl game, so I can still watch my team.
You need to watch out for Louisville.
Man, Louisville can kick rocks.
Look, man, Kenny Payne with Danny Manning on stuff.
He's been at Danny Manning.
No, I know, but I mean, I'm just saying. It's now it's season time, you know.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
they're gonna listen. They won't be. I don't know how good they'll be this year, but next year they'll be good.
Kansas won. That's confirmed. Yep, Kansas won.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Look, here it is right here. Tell me if you think this is accurate. Number 1, North Carolina.
Absolutely not.
Number 2, Gonzaga. Absolutely not.
I respect that.
I don't. They're overrated every year.
I respect that, man.
I
like Mark Few.
Hey, guess what? They're coming to Birmingham. They're going to get the snot kicked out of them by Alabama.
I don't think so, but okay.
Oh, hey, we beat them last year. Beat them last year.
All right, man. I hear you.
No, I'm just saying.
I mean,
we went to Seattle and beat them.
Hey, man, every dog has its day. Okay.
Not Gonzaga. They get beat in a tournament by like 14 seeds. Overrated.
Houston. They must got something over.
Yeah,
I don't know nothing about Houston. They must have something over.
They must, because I don't know nothing about Houston.
They gotta have something over if they're number 3.
And number 4 is Kentucky.
You got that damn right. You got that right.
You
got that right.
I don't know.
Yeah, you got that right.
Number 5, Kansas. That's about right. Number 6, they're tied for 5th with Baylor.
Kansas key rocks.
That's about right. Baylor and Kansas are tied.
Baylor's always had something. The past 3 seasons they've had something.
Yep. Number 7, Duke.
I hate them with a passion. Man, I hate them.
They're number 7, by the way. Number 8, UCLA. Number 9, Creighton. Arkansas 10.
Creighton, Arkansas.
Yep. They must have something going on over in Arkansas. I don't know about.
If I didn't like you, I'd slam your laptop into you.
I got insurance on it, so it's all good. Let's see, number 11, Tennessee.
Tennessee's always who's it? Rick Barnes.
Rick Barnes, yeah.
He's a hell of a coach.
Yes, he is. And look, his old team right behind him at 12, Texas.
Who's over? Shaka still over? Or I
Don't know. I'm looking it up right now.
I don't know if he's still over. I like Shaka.
I do too.
I think he. I don't know if he's still over. He might be gone.
Number 13, Indiana. That's good to see. Indiana back up in there.
Man, get out of here with that, man.
Well, they're like they're blue blood, man.
Is this a real website?
It's Associated Press.
Yeah, make sure this ain't no parody website.
No, it's the Associated Press. APnews.com. That is legit. It's preseason top 25 basketball.
Negative.
Indiana is a blue blood. It's good to see them back up there where they belong.
Ain't got no blue.
Actually, they need to get up a little higher now, get up in the top 5.
Indiana's trash can juice. I can go outside right now, look at my trash can to see Indiana.
Man, I like Indiana. I have no problem with them. I like that when they beat Kentucky.
Yeah, that's the claim to fame.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby Knight, throwing chairs. That was cool. TCU at 14. Ugh, Auburn 15.
They were pretty solid too.
They're a solid team, but I still don't like them. I don't like Bruce Pearl.
I like Bruce, man.
He's a good coach.
Tough, man.
Don't get me wrong. But he just
brings the best out of his players. He's one of those coaches that brings the best out of his players.
It's just Auburn, man. Come on. 16, Villanova. I never liked Villanova.
They're dangerous, man.
They are always dangerous, though. Maybe that's why I don't like Villanova, because they're always dangerous.
Sleeper. You don't even know what they're doing until like the last.
Yeah, because who watches the Big East? Come on, let's be real.
You'll be watching the tournament and they'll be like, Kansas is in the Elite Eight. You'll be like, when the hell did? They'll be like, Villanova's in the Elite Eight. When did Villanova?
Where'd they come from? You know what I mean? 17, Arizona. They're always pretty good. They're
usually in there.
18, Virginia.
Virginia's another good team.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
they're a good sleeper.
San Diego State.
Yep,
I respect that. San Diego State's been having good teams for the past.
I agree with that.
Seasons.
Number 20, Roll Tide Roll.
Oh, that's cute.
Wait till we get Kentucky down there this year, and guess who's gonna be leaving Coleman Coliseum with a victory? I guarantee it won't be the fellas in blue.
Hey, man. Hey.
You heard it first.
That's not a hot take, guys.
Yeah, I'm telling you, heard it first.
That's ice cold.
Kentucky will get. They're going to call it an upset because Bama's ranked 20th right now. But
call Peter. You're gonna cut the tusk off those things.
Oh man, poor Big Al. Oregon's 21, Michigan 22.
Michigan's always dangerous too.
Exactly. I like that Juwan Howard's a coach there too. I love it.
He's been getting himself in some trouble with his comments, but I don't think he's truly got.
Man,
he's a coach, but I don't think he understands how to talk as a coach.
That's true. He is Wolverine through and through.
Yeah.
Go blue. I like
when he be in them like if you ever watched him, people go Google Juwan Howard, Google his video conferences. Like Google, I guarantee you will be laughing. He's gotten into some heated discussions.
Absolutely.
He almost got in a fight last season.
There was a punch thrown. At the end of a game.
Like my man,
it was Wisconsin.
Like straight.
I think it was Wisconsin.
Man. Like he's there with it, man. Like he's just not playing the games, man. Like he's and will talk trash to you when the reporter's talking to him.
Yeah.
Like, man, you about to get in trouble.
I like Juwan Howard. I love that he's back at his alma mater. He's going to lead Michigan to a title. I said it. Yeah. You heard it first. It's going to happen.
No, he is. I agree with that.
It's going to happen. So I said I like Alabama, but I will cheer for Michigan. I like Michigan. I like Michigan, man. Illinois 23rd. I ain't got no problem with Illinois being there.
Dayton's tough.
Dayton, yep, 24.
They're usually tough.
Yep. And then Texas Tech 25th.
I can respect that. The bottom of that list is legit.
You know who's the coach at Dayton, right?
Who's that?
Anthony Grant.
Oh, okay.
He's coach Alabama.
Yeah, I'm serious. The bottom portion of that list is legit.
I'd say from 10, 11 down.
11 down. It's accurate. A solid list.
That's kind of questionable from 10 to 1.
I need to know why Arkansas is there.
I need to know why Creighton's there.
I need to know why UCLA
Houston
is there.
And Gonzaga.
And Gonzaga, I can understand why they put them there. They always put them there. But I need to know why Arkansas is there. I need to know why Creighton's there. I need answers with Houston.
Yep.
Those are the questions I have. North Carolina, I get it,
They got a lot of guys returning, man.
but I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So
They got a lot of guys returning.
uh,
To me, that makes sense.
I'm not. I hate to say this. I really feel like Kentucky's the best team in the country, just based off of what they have coming back. A lot of people will be like, he's just talking. This is like the first time we've had so many seniors, juniors.
Oh, you got upperclassmen now?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, this is the first time
We need some applause for that.
we actually surrounded with,
Experience, man.
yeah. And I think it's like 3 or 4 outstanding freshmen, but the rest of them are guys like Jacob Toppin and the point guard that's coming back. He transferred from Georgia year before last. Like
Mhm.
you had the reigning player of the year, Oscar Sheway.
Oh yeah, he's going to be a force to reckon with, man.
I mean,
I like Sheway.
You put those guys.
Is his name Sheway?
Yeah. So you put those guys in with the transfer over from the kid from Iowa who's originally he's from Kentucky. He just went to Iowa and then came back.
Who?
CJ Fredericks, I believe.
Where's he from?
I gotta look it up. I don't know what part of Kentucky he's from.
Huh.
But he's a Kentucky boy.
What's his name?
Decided to come back to Kentucky.
CJ what?
Last year he got hurt.
What's his name?
Fredericks.
Fredericks, all right.
But it's I mean, if you look at their roster has the last time the roster was built like this was like the year they had Alex Portius. They had the point guard. I mean, the last time the roster was built like this, they damn near went undefeated.
The school he played for at high school in Kentucky, it just
Oh, where was it? Lexington? Is he Lexington?
Covington Catholic.
Yeah. I mean,
Northern Kentucky, man.
Solid shooter though, man. He's a solid shooter. You know
I'm sorry if you're out there listening. You're from Northern Kentucky. Look, that part of Kentucky just might as well be Southern Ohio to me.
Yeah,
ugh.
But yeah, I mean, looking at the roster coming back, a lot of people are not paying attention because they just think it's Kentucky and they think of the one and done. But
it sounds to me like the one and done's might be done in Lexington.
Yeah.
That's gonna be scary if that's true.
No, well, not that. I think to be a true one and done, you have to understand if you're one and done, you come to Kentucky, you're gonna be playing against at practice. You're playing against top level
for sure
competition, and you may not start, man, because there's so many 5 stars there. I mean, there's so many guys that could, like right now, the guy who's starting point guard, he played point guard last year. He's leading the SEC in steals, leading the SEC in assists. Like he's one of the best point guards in the SEC.
Yep.
But then you got a 5-star point guard that came in right behind him. So I mean, he's not going to start. And if they do start, Cal's going to run like a 3-guard set. You know what I'm saying? Or run like
that's going to cause you problems.
Point guard, shooting guard, another guard, and then like a swing man. You know what I'm saying? He's going to do that crap, which is not wrong with it. But when you recruit a point guard and the point guard doesn't go to the league, like when he came back,
5-star, right?
Yeah, it's like for the 5-stars that have been picking somewhere else to go, it's because they know that if they go to Kentucky, they're gonna have to compete. They're gonna have to work. And Cal's slogan on Cal's take is like, "Hey, you're gonna have to work hard anyway to get to the NBA. So why not come here and just do it here, so that when you get to the NBA, it's easy." And within the last few years, it's actually worked out. Tyrese Maxey
has it truly worked out though?
Emmanuel Quickly. I'm talking about guard wise.
Where's the hardware though?
I'm talking about no. I hear that. I'm just talking about for the one and done.
Oh, it's been 10 years.
It's a home for them.
No, I agree. It's
we're not talking about. Yeah, we're not talking about.
It's successful. If you watch the NBA draft every year, it's Kentucky.
It's chock full of Kentucky, man.
Yeah.
Even kids that don't even like. There's a kid that didn't even play last year.
Yeah, he got drafted in the first round. I'm like, what are you?
Didn't even play last year.
Whoever
he went to the Trailblazers. I'm not even gonna say his name because I was disgusted.
Yo, man,
because he said he was coming back, and then he just bounced.
I hope that Portland just wastes their money on that guy.
But yeah, but that's what Kentucky, and he's not the only person that's done. There's been a ton of guys that
he sounds like Sam Bradford
came in and just sat.
Sam Bradford's the biggest fraud the Rams ever had, right?
Yeah.
This is what.
But I'm just saying, man, that's what. But actually, this year we got a ton of people that's coming back, and then you mix that in with some of these guards and forwards that are gonna play against Like they got a center. They just got 5-star center. He gets to play against Sheway
Is he a true
in
big
practice.
man?
Yes. He gets to play against them in practice.
I'm talking true big man like
No.
Shaq.
No, he's a center. He's a 7 foot. He's a center.
Anthony Davis was a center too,
No,
but he was,
Anthony
more,
Davis could flat out.
That's what I'm asking. Is he a traditional big
Anthony
man in the
Davis
middle,
4'5".
like Shaq? You know what I'm saying? Like
He's a traditional, yes, but I think Cal's gonna pull him out. Like even Sheway's game this year,
move
like last
Sheway
year,
to the 4, man.
Well, last year Sheway didn't shoot very well.
Well, moving to 4.
But then you watching the game, like the preseason game with Kentucky, Sheway's out. He's shooting from the elbow. He's shooting threes. And when you add that to his game, you're in trouble, man. You know
I agree. You should put Sheway as a 4. And put the traditional. I'm old school.
It's not gonna happen.
I want a big man in the middle. I want a traditional center.
Cal's not gonna let that.
I don't want a shooting
What
center.
if they both get in foul trouble?
Yeah, Twin Towers, man. It worked in San Antonio.
Cal's not gonna let it happen.
Hey, so I'll tell you what. Hey, yeah, and this is gonna sound like a jab, and maybe it is a little bit, just a tad, but it's not to be a jerk or anything. But Coach, I'll give you what Coach Cal. I'll give him credit. He's the best in the business when it comes to taking 5-star athletes with them egos from high school, where they're the only guy on their team. You know what I mean? And turning them into being team players at the collegiate level. He's the best in the business. I take my hat off to him for that. However, people that like Kentucky basketball, they like exciting basketball games like that with 5-star blue chips and stuff, putting up big numbers and all that. But Kentucky fans want trophies.
No, it's true. It's true. I'll say what's hurt Kentucky. So after we won that championship, Orlando Antigua went to UCF.
Yes, he did. He's back now, though, so that's good.
Yeah, he's back, but that was an integral piece of his staff.
For sure. Kenny
Orlando
was too.
And Kenny Payne.
Kenny
together.
did the coaching. If you
what I'm
ask me.
saying is that's what I'm saying. It was Orlando and it was Kenny Payne and then it was Cal. That staff was probably one of the best staffs Kentucky's ever had.
I agree to that.
Because you had Kenny, who was a coach's coach. Like you would always see him one-on-one with the players.
Exactly.
You had Orlando, who was a team coach, and then he was also a great recruiter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you had Cal. Now we all know Kenny was the one that was pushing the buttons.
That's right. That's right.
I tell people all the time when Kenny left, when Payne left, I was like, this is gonna be a problem, man. We about to get exposed.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
With Kentucky though, with Cal, I mean, he does coach, obviously.
No, he coaches.
But here's the thing, though. Cal's more the salesman.
Cal needs an associate head coach.
That's right.
The real deal.
That's right. Kenny Payne was the real deal, and I wish him nothing but luck at Louisville.
Listen, I'm not a Louisville fan at all, but I like Kenny Payne, man. I've always loved Kenny Payne. In fact, I used to talk so much shit because we had Kenny Payne.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I bet.
Everybody likes Kenny Payne.
Yeah.
You talk to AD, you talk to any of the players in the league, they will tell you Kenny Payne was the man.
Yep.
They love Cal, but they also know how important Kenny was.
Exactly. You know that makes me wonder what's going to be this year actually going to be like for Kentucky.
Yeah.
Because I think that Alabama is going to, beat the brakes off Kentucky.
Jesus Christ.
It's going to happen, man. It's in Tuscaloosa.
I will say this as we're moving forward.
I'm going to go tickets to go watch it. That's how we should go.
Cal has Orlando. He has Chin Coleman. He has a new coach who I'm not really familiar with, but he has a decent staff.
He always will have a decent staff because he's John Calipari.
We lost Lucas to Duke, which kind of
Yeah.
killed me, man.
Well, let me ask you this. When is this goes out to you and every other person that dons the blue and white, to all the BBN. When is enough enough? When's enough enough? I mean,
when Cal retires.
Really? I mean, you're cool with him just sitting there and just.
I love Cal, man. Cal could do
one title. Look, one title in 15 years.
Cal,
come on, man.
Man.
Was he there 07 or no?
Man, Tubby.
Hold on, 09, right?
Tubby did the same thing. Rick, how many Rick win?
Let's see. When did 96?
Yeah, listen, man. It wasn't.
He won one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody gets on Cal, but when you look down the line of Kentucky coaches,
so ain't nobody wants his rough then.
That's what I'm saying. So what are we talking about?
Is that right? I don't know. I don't know Kentucky's
No, I know.
basketball. Is that
Listen,
right?
There was
You have what, 9?
There was
8 or
Patino,
9?
right?
Yeah.
And then Patino left, and then Tubby came, and everybody felt like Tubby, that was Patino's team.
Yeah, but
But
Tubby coached.
It was Patino's team.
It was his recruits. I'll give you that.
Those were his players, man.
But Tubby coached them players, man.
But then his brand of basketball, he couldn't. Tubby couldn't run his brand of basketball with the players he was recruiting.
If you want to watch Tubby Smith,
simple, because Patino was recruiting top of the line athletes. He was going into New York. He was going into those boroughs, and he was getting those gritty guards, man.
Yep. You want to watch Tubby Smith, his philosophy of basketball. Go back prior to 1996 when he was at Georgia. Ugh, it was god awful.
I like Tubby, man.
I mean, I like him, but
I like Saul Smith. I like those guys.
Gigi was better, man.
I like Gigi too, man.
Gigi was better than Saul.
I like Gigi, even though Gigi used to rip up Kentucky. I like Gigi.
Yeah, he did. When his dad was coaching, that's what I loved about it. I watched those games with my grandpa, right? And he'd be like, "Look at Smith boy over there, just tearing his father and brother apart." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, Grandpa."
I love Gigi, man.
It was funny.
What else you got, man?
All right. There's one here. It's kind of disturbing.
There's a lot of stuff on the news. There was a lot of stuff in the news. There was a ton of stuff that we could have talked about that we.
I can't currently read this one.
Probably can't.
Let me copy the link and try it a different way because apparently I've read too many Courier Journal articles.
Oh yeah, you gotta pay for it.
And it's telling me I want to pay for it. I ain't paying for that.
Oh, man, support the Courier Journal, man.
Nah, man, I'm good. Let me see. Let me open up incognito mode. That should fix it.
I didn't even know there was an incognito mode. See, you don't teach me anything about computers, man.
No, no, it didn't work. Anyhow, so you have to maybe pull it up.
I tried to.
All right, so there's an article.
When you sent it to me, I couldn't pull it up because I read a bunch of stuff on Courier Journal too.
We'll have to come back.
I'm not paying the dollar, man.
Let's see. Let me see.
I refuse to pay the dollar.
I ain't paying it either. Okay. Not ready to subscribe. Tell me why. No, I don't want to tell you why.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you, man.
All right. So there's an article on the Courier Journal. It's about thousands of Kentucky children who can't read. This is one we need to table.
When did that? Is that just now or just over time? Or what?
I don't know. The article came out today.
Because I really feel like the COVID year.
That hurt people.
Hit a lot of kids hard.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, kids missed a year of school, man. Now, I know there was distance learning but man, let me tell you about these kids and these computers.
Yep.
I used to come and see. I used to sit by my daughter. I used to be in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I used to, because around COVID time, I lost my job, before I ended up getting the job I have now. But I had a chance to really work with Zoe, but I also got a chance to watch her on this computer.
Yeah.
And there would be so many kids just playing. And there'd be a kid in the background in his underwear. It'd be all types of stuff just going on. And what the teacher couldn't do nothing. Hey, is there? I used to hear it all the time with Zoe's teacher. She'd be like, "Is there a parent around? Is there a parent?" If some parents would just put the laptop in front of their kid and just dip, just totally leave. You know what I'm saying?
See a kid sleeping at the laptop.
Man, I've seen so much stuff. It would just be like, that's why I used to just come back.
I've seen some kid's mom come about half dressed on it, man. Whoa!
I see. Periodically, I come and check.
Put your clothes on,
because Zoe would be. These kids know so much about computers. I came downstairs one time and looked at her. She was had multiple windows open.
Yeah,
just playing. I don't know, all types of games.
Already games,
and I'd be like, dude, what are you doing? Pay attention. And I mean, I'm only saying that because I feel like that's half the reason why kids
Olivia did the same thing
are struggling in the classroom now, because they lost that year and now they're all playing catch up.
That could be. We'll table that article and read it between now and next week and talk about next week. Here's an interesting one. An elementary school outside of St. Louis is found to have, quote, unacceptable levels of radioactive contamination.
What does that even mean?
There's radioactive material there. Think Chernobyl, right? radioactive nuclear, right?
Where
So
was it? Where was it built?
it's in Florissant, Missouri, which is a suburb of St. Louis.
Is it built on something it's not supposed to be built on?
Yeah, it says Jana Elementary School in Florissant, Missouri, as well as its kindergarten playground, had high levels of radioactive contamination stemming from waste dating back to the creation of the first atomic bomb in the 1940s.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It said in a meeting attended by about 100 people on Tuesday.
So how long have they? So they've known that this school has been built on this, right?
Yeah, that's
So-
what it sounds like.
So that's their fault.
That's what I don't want to say yes on that, but it sounds like that they might have known.
Man, if I was the parents, I would be contacting a lawyer. Because you don't know what the effects of that leaves on your kid.
I'm telling you. You ever heard about the nuclear stuff out in California?
No, what about it?
There's all kinds of people out in California have that are like
16 toes, and
like
stuff?
baby boomers, and all kinds of cancers and stuff
Bat ears and stuff.
because they did nuclear testing out there. the desert.
Oh, I thought you mean like they got 3
No,
eyeballs,
no, check it. Let me show you real quick. California.
2 mouths. Sonar hearing.
LA's nuclear secret. Just Google that. Yeah, LA's nuclear secret. It'll tell you all about it. Anyhow, but what the radioactive property they found was it was called lead 210.
That's interesting, man. I'm gonna go check that out.
Lead 210. So the levels of first we go back up here. It says that in a meeting attended about 100 people on Tuesday, the Hazelwood School District Board of Education announced that the school, which serves just over 400 students, will be closing to in-person learning. So those kids are not going to be struggling.
Oh yeah,
Because they're. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously it's a good reason. There's radioactive stuff at their school.
they're gonna be reading, man.
Yeah, but
Reading is gonna be the least of their worries over
yeah. So it's Jana Elementary School sits near Coldwater Creek, which was
Coldwater Creek. Why does that sound familiar?
I don't know. It's in Missouri, which was contaminated with uranium processing residues used as part of the Manhattan Project
Oh man,
to develop the atomic bomb in the 1940s and 50s.
that's crazy.
Yeah. The radioactive lead, known as lead 210, found in the kindergarten playground more than 22 times the expected background, while lead 210 levels on the school's basketball courts are more than 12 times the expected background. Lead exposure can affect nearly every system in the body and can damage the brain and nervous system. And greater exposure to radioactive materials can lead to cancer later in life by the CDC, according to the CDC. So that's a terrible thing that's going on there. Man, let me tell you about St. Louis. You know, they had an article and they ran on the newspaper and on the TV there.
Mhm.
And I saw it here after I got out. I mean, I may have been on terminal leave about a federal building over in St. Louis that had that exposed all kinds of employees
That's
to
probably crazy, man.
what's it called? That stuff called it's like it used to be an insulation and stuff.
Yeah.
Asbestos.
Yeah.
And they said it was they said all the asbestos was up in above the drop ceiling tiles in that building. And I'm like, oh my God. You know how much fiber optic cable I put up in that drop ceiling, man?
Yeah, you never know, man.
Dude,
That's crazy.
I worked up there for a solid year and a half. And I'm up in the ceiling. So I was already exposed to asbestos. And the last thing I had before we
Yeah, we gotta get rid of that.
yeah, this ball game, this is quick. The Alabama-Tennessee game was 11.5 million viewers.
Of course. Upset City. man.
11.5 million viewers. Now the article just went like that on me where it closed up.
Yeah, man, you gotta pay that one.
I ain't paying that $199. I'm pretty sure. Now, hey, don't beat me up if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that this was the most watched game of Alabama-Tennessee of all time.
Probably was, but Tennessee probably felt like this was their year, man.
Yo, yeah,
Probably.
hats off to
I
Tennessee.
hate to say it.
I want them in Atlanta. Go ahead.
Not weekend recap. Today in the hip hop, Pharoah Monch released his debut solo album, Internal Affairs. Also, MF Doom released his debut solo album, Operation the Doomsday, October 19th, 1999. And it looks like Eazy-E released this EP. It's on Dr. Dre, 187 Killer. That's
One of my favorites.
excuse me. That is 1993 when it came out. I was gonna play one of the songs and I was like, man, I can't find a clean. It's
Good
hard
luck.
to find.
You ain't gonna find
it's
on
hard
that
to
album.
find a clean song with him. But yeah, that's Today and Day Hip Hop.
Hold up. There is a clean one on that album.
Nah, man, you don't want.
Yeah, hold on. It ain't too terrible. Hold up.
I mean, we'll figure. It probably is. I just didn't search it in time. Quick shout out to our affiliate Trackstar DJs. Hit us up for all your entertainment needs. That's Trackstar DJs with the S, Trackstars DJs with the S at gmail.com. Shout out to DJ Tony D and DJ Supernova. Email us at the hospitality room for you at gmail.com. Twitter at Room Hospitality. Instagram at the Hospitality Room. Facebook Hospitality Room. And this program was brought to you by the Hospitality Room LLC.
There is nothing on that album that is not explicit.
Man,
I looked.
man, I'm telling you.
Oh, and don't forget.
It probably is. I just
No, I looked. Everything's got the E for explicit.
yeah, it's just I'm telling you, man. It's one of those you gotta really be looking.
And don't forget to visit our website.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's
give it a second.
www.hospitalityroompodcast.com. Once again, www.hospitalityroompodcast.com. Tell your friends and family about us. And I got some news. I won't say who is coming on the show, but we have some big news. We have a really big interview that's been confirmed.
Oh man, that's great, man.
Yep. Probably one of the biggest interviews in the show's 2-year history.
Hey man, that's what I like to hear.
And this person gladly said absolutely. So yeah, just stand by for further on that. But it's going to be a huge interview for the show. I'm excited.
Hey man, can't wait to hear it and be here for that. So as always, guys, love, peace, and hospitality. We will talk to you guys next week. When do we lock that down, or should I wait to?
I've talked to the person's. Well, I sent an email. The person told me to reach out to their admin assistant.
Okay.
And say that the individual told me to contact the admin assistant and put it on the books. Oh. This person's out of the country right now, so on doing some business. So
that's what I'm talking about. Out of the country vibes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So stay tuned. I'm telling you, this is going to be a good interview.
I'm looking forward to that, man.
And me too, man.
All right, guys. So as always, love, peace, and hospitality. We will talk to you guys next week. We don't know the right song. You guys have a lovely night. All right.
Take care.
What the hook gon' be? I don't need no fucking hook on this beat. Only singing